Yesterday I arrived to Asphalt 9, what is probably one of the best special events in terms of rewards that I have seen in my entire life as an Asphalt 9 player. Well, maybe not the best, but for sure one of the most rewarding ones. One way or another, the Ultima RS Special Hunt is here, and today I will give you some of tips and info that you may need in order to progress faster and more efficiently through it. So let's get into it. But hey, wait a minute, my Ultima RS is not completely maxed out, so give me a second. Okay, now we can continue. First things first, let me explain you how this event works. Okay, so there are 7 stages and 6 of them are focused into starting up each one of the 6 stars up to you can max the Ultima RS. You can get the rewards of the stage 2, for example, only if you have improved your Ultima RS to 2 stars, thanks to the previous stage rewards, which basically consist in an unlimited amount of packs that you can claim until you get enough blueprints to start up your Ultima RS. And then you can get stage 3 rewards if your Ultima RS is at 3 stars thanks to the help of the previous stages. And so on until the 6th stage where you can get epic import parts instead of blueprints on the packs to gold your Ultima RS. And then, and only then, you can get the key playing a simple race as stage 7, since you can only obtain the key if your Ultima RS is at a rank of 46-44, which is basically golden. The special hunt itself is designed to give you all of the 16 epic import parts you will need to gold the Ultima RS between the milestone rewards and the 6th stage random packs, where you won't need a massive amount of races to get the epics required to gold max the Ultima RS, because as I could test, from 50 to 70 races you should be able to get all of them. The event is designed to provide all of the 16 epics even if you already had a few of them before starting the special hunt. Talking about stages, the average drop rate of blueprints per pack at the stage is meant to increase as you keep progressing through the event. So for example, in stage 4, you will be able to get blueprints more often from that stage reward pack if we compare to the drops you will have at the previous stage, which is kinda normal since the higher your star count is in the Ultima RS, the more blueprints you will need to reach the next star. So the event drops are made on a way that you won't have the same drop through the entire event, but instead a drop that will be better at each stage, where despite you will need to grind, of course you will have to do a few races, you won't have to spend literal days suffering with the exact same drop. Also, the special hunt doesn't require any kind of fuel from your Ultima RS, so you can actually play as much as you want, well, until you run out of tickets, you know. In this case, I will definitely recommend to you all guys to get the daily events pass, because that way you will have a ton of tickets thanks to the ticket refills bonus it includes, as well as the double of the rewards. So if you don't usually spend money on this game, I will recommend you to get the daily events pass this time in order to progress through this Ultima RS Special Hunt way faster and of course way more comfortably overall. Also, you will be able to get more tokens from all the other daily events existing in the game for the next 2 weeks, which in my opinion offers a great price to benefit ratio. In case that you are like me and you prefer to not to grind a ton in order to get that blueprints, you can check the token packs where the Ultima RS is featured at a cost of 90 tokens per each pack, or 900 in case you would like to get a guaranteed 3 blueprints at least. And this is where things start to get interesting, because I will recommend you to grind the special hunt as much as you can before spending any tokens on these packs. But if you are wondering how much it costs to max the Ultima from these packs, I will provide you with 3 different scenarios depending on your potential luck. In the first scenario, let's assume that you get on average 5 Ultima RS blueprints for every 10 packs you spend. This is 900 tokens for 5 blueprints on average. This scenario is considering you have a below the average luck, which could be possible, but ultimately that will mean that you will have to spend 54,000 tokens in order to completely 6-star the Ultima RS from scratch, since it takes 300 blueprints to take it from 0 to 6 stars. If we consider your luck as average, this is between 5.5 or 6 blueprints per 900 tokens, you will need between 50,000 and 45,000 tokens in order to get the 300 blueprints required to max the Ultima. And at last but not least, if the drops are, extremely good and we consider that you get on average 7 blueprints every 10 packs you get, then it will only take you 38,700 tokens to completely max the Ultima, considering of course a like that if it's true that is quite good, it doesn't mean it's completely impossible. In case anyone is wondering, by the way, no, there won't be any season token packs featuring the Ultima RS, so don't expect them to appear. But as I said, you can save up literally a few thousand tokens if you spend on the Ultima RS packs after trying your best at the special hunt, and then and only then just go for the token packs like 2 or 3 days before the special hunt ends, so you can grind the 6th stage where the epic import parts required to gold the Ultima RS are, and thus unlocking it at the last stage. The event is overall quite grindy, but up to a certain point is understandable because if we focus into the Ultima RS, is a fairly good card capable of doing extremely good floaties and which is quite good for classic and ghost multiplayer. So in one side it may take a few hours worth of grind to max and then gold the Ultima RS, but at the very end is a really good card to keep in your garage. And yes, I'm aware that upgrading this card up to gold takes over 42 million credits, but nowadays we are getting 2 credit hates events every day and playing multiplayer daily, including the new ads that give around 100,000 credits. After a few races daily, overall it's not impossible to get 42 million credits, unless you are starting, from zero and with basically no credits. In that case, you will really have to play multiplayer a ton in order to have enough credits to gold the Ultima RS, because let's remember, if you don't have the card fully golden, you can play the last stage, which is where the key actually is. This is probably one of the best special events Gameloft could have come up with, because it's quite grindy, but at the same time is quite friendly for free-to-play and relatively new users as well. And that's without mentioning that the Ultima RS itself is, with no doubt, a really funny card and a really good card to keep in your garage. So I will be honest, would be absolutely insane if Gameloft decided to keep this kind of special hunts from time to time, maybe every couple of updates or so, as a way to reintroduce other relatively good cards aside from the Ultima, like, for example, who knows, maybe the Faraday Future, which I will talk about in a future video because it has a quite interesting background, or maybe the Rymac Concept S. Cards that are not absolute kings, but that could help a ton those seeking to catch up on the game. So, it's impossible to know what Gameloft may do in the future, but for now, it's time to grind that special hunt and get the Ultima RS in our garage. Make sure to drop your like and subscribe in order to not to miss anything about Asphalt 9. Let me know your thoughts about this special event in the comment section, and I will see you really soon. Goodbye, guys.